Good evening, Tiger Nation, and welcome to tonight's Breck Live coverage of the Lady Tiger softball team taking on, I believe, just the Valkyries, not the Lady Valkyries, of Sacred Heart High School over in Louisville. I'm not for sure on any of the background, such as the lunch menu for Sacred Heart, but I'm sure it's a pretty intense one. Now, as far as their softball team is concerned, let me check really quick just to be sure. Yes, they are currently 4-12 on the season, so it's been a little bit of a struggle for them. However, their points won, points lost margin is not the worst, which if you were active in the Lady Tiger basketball or Fighting Tiger basketball scene when we discussed the points won, points lost system, basically in basketball it's points, but in softball it's going to be runs. So they've scored 95 and given up 132, which obviously not a great margin to have, but considering the 4-12 record, that's really not that bad. So I'd say that indicates probably some big wins, and then some of the losses being a little bit closer than you might originally think. Let's see, some of the teams they've beat: Atherton, Seneca, I believe, as well as Bullitt Central, and then they beat Atherton again, 15-0 in 4 innings. They've been run ruled a couple of times. Hopefully it's a good one. The Lady Tigers coming off a couple big wins this weekend, and I believe, looks like we are going to have Hannah Ratajkowski back. It is senior night today, so Lady Tigers again obviously taking the home field here, going to be kicking things off defensively to start things, and looks like we've got some sort of recognition going here. Presumably for Hannah's senior night. I'm not for sure. She did not play this weekend. It looks like they are going to take her out following the first pitch of the game. Just kind of a ceremonial thing, which is very, very kind gesture by them. Very, very emotional huddle out there for the Lady Tigers. As, let's see, not for sure. It looks like maybe Kaylee Ball on the mound. Not 100% for certain on that. The numbers are a little bit off. No, it is Ashlynn White. Okay, she is out there on the mound for the Lady Tigers. She's done a fantastic job all season, so I'm sure we can anticipate her doing the same. I believe Sacred Heart only has 2 pitchers registered on KHSA scoreboard as having pitched. Looks like we're going to be playing with a little bit of a tailwind here today, so maybe expect some bombs from the Lady Tigers side here. Count is currently 1-1, as up to bat for the Valkyries is, I believe, Nancy Anna Cremona, and she's currently sitting here, I believe, 2-1 count now following that outside ball. So White going to see what she can get done defensively here, as hoping to maybe thrash this Valkyrie side. That is, I think, the goal for the Lady Tigers here. That's going to be a little pop fly in the infield. One going to be coming and caught there. Looks like by, I believe that is Raylen Atkinson there at shortstop. So very solid catch by her. So I believe we also have Hannah Carter there over at third. Can't really tell who we've got at second. My line of vision is currently blocked off. Let's see who we've got over there. We'll try and figure that out shortly. Looks like Hadley Bayman. I'm not for sure on that. And then looks like Ball at first. I can't really tell. The numbers only being on the backs is really throwing me off a little bit. I believe we do have Skylar Henderson in right field, though. And I think Morgan Tabor behind the plate. And let's see, it's going to be a ground ball here. Picked up. Nicely fielded there by Bayman. So that's going to pick up the second out of the inning. So very solid defensive start here so far for the Lady Tigers, as I believe that was Kaylin Kendrick Warman there for the Valkyries. As coming up now, with 2 outs already on the board, we are going to see what the Lady Tigers defense can get done here, hoping to keep them scoreless early on. And it's been a very solid defensive start. As currently up to bat is Casey Johnson, who currently has a 400 batting average on the season, the highest of the Valkyries, hoping to get something done. She's going to swing at strike 1 there. And let's see, don't believe she has any home runs on the season, but a few doubles. 9 RBIs so far on the season. She's going to watch ball 1 go by there, that one in the dirt. So White here looking to maybe get a little 3-up, 3-down inning going and hopefully get the bats rolling for the Lady Tigers. I'm sure they want to make this as quick a game as possible. as I believe the schedule a little bit hectic coming up in these next few days. So definitely look forward to that on Breck Live. As Johnson going to watch strike 2 go by there. So 1-2 count. White, who we saw throw some nasty pitches against, I believe it was Whitesville Trinity on Saturday. And maybe she'll throw in that little curve in there, and she did. That one definitely dove down there and going to be fouled off there by Johnson, so still a 1-2 count. White with a nice little advantage here. And we should be joined by a very special guest here soon enough in the commentary booth, as they are currently on another section of the field. But will be joining us soon, if that gives you a hint as to who it is. The 1-2 on the way there. That one also fouled off by Johnson. A little bit behind on both of those last two pitches, but both of them look to be, that one looked to be maybe more of like a changeup, as the first one was more of a little curveball in there. But either way, 1-2 count with 2 outs on the board. So the Lady Tigers defense looking very solid so far here in the top of the first. 1-2 once again on the way. That one going to be fouled off. That was a very interesting place for the ball to go there. Kind of went straight down, straight back up. So Johnson, I believe, has now fouled off 3 consecutive balls. Still sits at a 1-2 count. Going to get a base hit here and get things going for the Valkyries of Sacred Heart. White, again, doing a very solid job at the mound so far. As going to swing at one in the dirt there is Johnson. Fielded well by Atkinson there. She's going to throw to first. Going to get the out. Nice solid play there for Atkinson. And then I believe it is indeed Kaylee Ball over there at first. So 3 up, 3 down inning for the Lady Tigers defense. And fantastic work. We're going to see what they can get done. Get the bats rolling in the bottom of the first. And I believe we will catch you guys once they get rolling. All right, guys, we are back here. Lady Tigers hoping to get the bats rolling in the bottom of the first here, as without Chloe Peterson tonight. So it looks like we are going to have Skylar Henderson stepping up to the plate here to kick things off for the Lady Tigers. Henderson currently batting .421 on the season, so a great batting average. Definitely looking to get a base hit here, get the bats rolling. Looks like she's maybe going to be followed up by Abby Dupin. First pitch going to be flown into the infield. And it was a little contested over if first or second baseman was going to catch that one there. Second baseman ended up coming in pretty much on the foul line there to catch that one. But either way, Henderson going to fly out on the first pitch of the Lady Tigers offense. So it looks like it is going to be indeed Abby Dupin stepping up here for the Lady Tigers trying to get something done. She's currently batting .286 on the season. So still just looking to get the bats rolling, get some base hits. And I don't know, I guess just get the offense fired up. I'm sure once things get going, it'll be an exciting endeavor. Either way, we're going to see what's going on here. Defensively, I believe we've got Brooke Herod pitching for the Valkyries. And looks like Dupin's going to pull back the bat there on that bunt, but is going to get called strike 1, so 0-1 count for her. Just looking to get on base. Anything on is fantastic territory, as it looks like Hannah Carter is going to follow up here. So believe we are going to have a guest tuning in here to commentate.
I am not the promised guest. I promise you that. This is Mr. Garrett, just going to spend a little time with Lincoln. Our guest is coming. I took a peek out the door, and he's still occupied at various events.
All right. Various other endeavors. Either way, the 0-2 pitch on the way here for Dupin. She's just going to catch that one off the end of the barrel. Going to go foul over down that first base line. So 0-2 count with 1 out on the board. Lady Tigers again, bottom of the first here. Just looking to get some runners on. We know with the bats.
Yeah, and Lincoln, you spoke a little bit of an order shuffle. Abby Dupin to the plate right now. Morgan Tabor currently on deck out there. And a little different without Chloe and Hannah, who would usually be top 2, as Abby takes a strike 3 there. 2 down.
So indeed it is Morgan Tabor stepping up here in the 3rd spot. So under, it looks like Ashlynn is going to stay at that 4th spot.
Yeah, it looks like pretty business as usual after the little bit of a shuffle at the top of the order.
I'm sure playing without both Chloe and Hannah going to have to be a relatively significant lineup change. Either way, first pitch on the way here for Morgan Tabor, going to be called ball 1. As Brooke Herod, who has pitched 16 games for Sacred Heart, as I believe they've only played 16, so she's pitched in every game for the Valkyries. She's thrown 1,225 pitches on the season, and she currently has an ERA of 5.01, so a pretty solid ERA and 80 innings pitched so far.
Wow.
So definitely the primary pitcher for the Valkyries, as she's going to throw strike 1 there to Morgan Tabor. And again, just looking to get somebody on, and wow, she took a cut at that one. Unfortunately, was a little bit quick on the swing there, so going to have strike 2 called. Currently, Tabor's currently batting .463 on the season. She's got 5 home runs to her name. Very solid numbers. She's actually been walked 10 times so far this season. She has 29 RBIs, as that one's going to be a pop fly to left field.
Well caught out there in left.
And caught nicely. Not for sure on who that was.
Yeah, we'll get a number here shortly.
Yeah, the numbers for Sacred Heart are a little bit smaller on the front, it looks like, so I don't know.
That's number 2 with the catch there.
Let's see. I believe that is Casey Johnson.
Yeah.
The 3rd batter for the Valkyries, as Lady Tigers, no hits, no runners on there in the bottom of the 1st, so no runners on for either team, as a pretty solid defensive start, I think, for both sides. Both pitchers definitely showing what they've got here early on, as Ashlynn White going to stay on the mound. Her stats so far this season, her ERA is 2.96. She's actually thrown even more pitches than Herod has. She has 1,345 pitches, 19 games pitched, and 82 innings pitched.
Yeah, those are powerful numbers. A lot of pitches, a lot of practice you can get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Perfecting your craft, finding your spots. And I heard you mention it a little bit ago, Lincoln. She has the ability to throw a pitch that it starts and it's not coming fast, and it looks high, and then it just finds the basement. The bottom drops out of that thing. And we saw several batters bamboozled by that breaking ball the other day.
Nice alliteration there, as she threw, I believe, that same pitch 5 consecutive pitches against 2 batters for Whitesville Trinity before somebody finally got a hold of one. Not got a hold of one as in hit a home run, but finally managed to make contact with the ball.
Just touched it with the bat, yeah.
So either way, Lady Tigers defense looking to continue to get things done here. Looks like coming up next for the Valkyries is number 19, I believe that is. And that is Samantha Anderson, who is currently batting .267 on the season. She is the only Valkyrie with a home run so far this season.
Are you making any predictions with that?
I don't know. We've got a little bit of a tailwind here. You may be able to catch the right edge of the net over there. I can't really tell, but yeah, it's definitely blowing out of the south a little bit here, which we would not want if we were on Tiger Field. But Lady Tiger Field over here. As, wow, what a pitch there from White. Finds the bottom outside corner, so going to be called strike 1. So I'm sure, knowing she's going to have to swing at one of those, Anderson maybe going to have some difficulty here trying to get on base. She's going to swing at that one. Looked like maybe a tiny bit outside, but fouls it off, so strike 2. So 0-2 count here for Anderson, who again is batting .267 on the season. And again, as I previously stated, White has only a 2.96 ERA. She's only given up 112 hits on 82 innings. That is a fantastic stat.
Pretty good. And with that ERA, our team's scoring a lot. There was the pitch.
That was the one right there. Just came in a little bit too low. So called ball 1.
Yeah, our team can put up a lot of runs on the board, and so if you have a pitcher that's only allowing 3 earned runs a game, that gives every chance to compete and win in ball games.
That is for sure. As
Ooh, well caught by Raylen there. Sorry, Lincoln, didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, I was just looking at stats for a moment as
Well, it was a fast. That bat struck that ball, and it quickly found Raylen's glove at shortstop. Well caught. She's a fine defensive player.
For sure. She does a really solid job there, and that's generally one of the positions you really need to have an athletic presence for and somebody who's got a lot of awareness for what's going on, unlike myself sometimes. But she does a fantastic job in the field, as we just saw there. So White's going to throw outside ball there, pitch 1 to, let's see, I believe that is Presley Moore. She's going to watch ball 1. So White now just looking to find the strike zone here, pick up a few more outs. Try and get the Lady Tigers bats going once again as going to watch ball 2 go by. That one looked a little bit high there as it seems Moir's reaction to not swinging at one is just to stand as still as humanly possible if she has chosen to let one go by.
Yeah.
Either way, the 2-0 pitch on the way. That one, strike 1. That one had some pace on it.
Yeah, pace and movement. Movement and velocity, that will confound the batter.
Indeed. Will certainly give him some tangled feet. So the 2-1 on the way. That one fouled off. Another one fouled off in a very interesting direction, kind of straight back to the left there. So I believe is it 2-2?
2-2 should be 2-2.
Okay, so we've seen some scoreboard error in the past. The umpire is indeed giving us the signal. It is 2-2. So we may see another one of those breaking balls here from White.
Yeah.
Never really know what could happen on a 2-2 count.
Well, we know what happened there.
She's going to swing at strike 3. I couldn't really tell the velocity on that pitch, but
it wasn't the fastest, but it moved, and that's all you need.
Indeed.
Now, you talk about both teams trying to get the bats going, which is so far kind of the narrative is good pitching, good defense.
Mm-hmm.
I believe out there I see over the center field fence, that's Principal Adam Cox sitting out there.
Yes,
and
I had not noticed that.
We have seen some home runs in that area lately, and I hope he knows what he's getting himself into.
Yeah, they may have his number out there in center field. He definitely going to need to be prepared to maybe catch one fired that way. I mean, there's always the possibility that Ashlynn or Morgan or Hannah Carter, any of them, could easily blast one, honestly, over where those trucks are positioned there in center field.
Hit clearing the road.
I would say, particularly with this level of wind at our backs, I mean, I can see pitches going over, or I can see some bombs going over the road here. Either way, 2 outs. Believe a 1-1 count here. As that one called strike 2. As currently up to bat for the Valkyries is Stella, I believe it is Masterpalo. She's batting .318 on the season. So looking to pick up what I believe would be the first hit of the game for either side.
Yeah, right now it's been a quick game, as you say, because when pitchers are pitching and fielders are fielding,
not really much else to do, but
I ran out of parallel structure elements in that one. When pitchers are pitching and fielders are fielding, games move quickly.
Indeed. Wow.
There's a third strike.
Little breaking ball there from White, going to find the outside corner, and going to be called strike 3. So we go into the bottom of the second.
Yeah.
Lady Tigers yet to get anything done, as well as the Valkyries. Not yet to get anything done offensively. Defensively, it's been a fantastic showing so far.
Oh, yeah. And there are fans for anything. People like high-scoring games, but there are people that enjoy the defensive side of things. I mean, lately, I know this is softball, but in the major leagues, in Major League Baseball, I believe there are 6 no-hitters that have already been thrown, and we're not even in June yet.
Wow, that's impressive numbers.
Yeah, I think when our special guest shows up, we'll ask him if he's even real, this mythical guest we speak of. A legendary guest, maybe.
The possibility that they have no longer existed is certainly not out of the question with the time span that we've been left here. But we'll see what the Lady Tigers can get going here in the bottom of the second.
Now, Lincoln, would you call this aforementioned guest legendary or mythical?
Honestly, either word I think could be an accurate descriptor. I think is the phrase there. But definitely an esteemed guest.
Sure.
One of the utmost quality, particularly in the Diamond Sports arena. Either way, stepping up now for the Lady Tigers, we've got Ashlynn White.
Yeah, watch out there, administration.
The administrators certainly need to have their eyes open for anything moving in that direction. As Ashlynn currently batting .481 on the season with 6 home runs to her name. 33 RBIs, the most of any Lady Tiger. She also has the most hits of any Lady Tiger. So
it's exactly who you want at the plate in a moment like this.
It's exactly who you want at the plate when you want to get somebody on base, for sure. And also with 6 doubles to her name so far this season, so we'll see what she can get done. She's going to watch strike 1 go by there. Very solid pitch there from Brooke Herod. Throwing a little high breaking ball in there. So 0-1 on the way. Wow.
Ooh, that's a great pitch. We may be in the early days of a pitching duel today, Lincoln.
That's for sure. We could see it happen.
Yeah, because Ashlynn facing this is going to want to get back out there and do the same.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no question about that. As that one looked like maybe just a pitch designed to throw White off there. That one thrown about 4 feet off the plate. So I think that was just one to try and get her to swing at. Either way, she's going to watch it go by. No questions asked there. So 1-2 count now. And that one just going to be popped up right to Herod. And it seems like Herod's been throwing maybe some sort of changeup. I'm not 100% for sure on the terminology of that.
Yeah.
But there's definitely been a slower pitch that's really thrown off some of the batters that have come up for the Lady Tigers so far. Either way, we've got Hannah Carter up to the plate now. She's currently batting .436 on the season with 7 home runs to her name. So I'm sure not out of the question for her to go deep here as she's going to swing at strike 1. Not a bad pitch to swing at, though. A little fastball in there. She would have made contact with that. It certainly could have been a promising one.
If it's going to be a strike anyway, you may as well take a swing.
Absolutely. So either way, 0-1 count here. 1 out on the board. No hits yet for either side. And it's going to be called ball 1 there. That one pretty high. The sun beating down here.
You're right about that.
Lady Tiger Field. It has been a very warm day so far. Fantastic day for it. Wow.
Oh, there's that changeup you're talking about, Lincoln.
Carter took a rip at that one and was just a little bit ahead of it. That's really all there is to say there. Now looking to dial in the eye here. Lady Tigers maybe just looking to try and get somebody on base as opposed to ripping at one. That one going to be ground ball. It's going to leak foul down the third baseline there. That was certainly better contact than we've seen so far. Either way, 1-2 count still for Carter here. And again, she's just looking to get on base is the main goal here. That one going to be a little hovering ball over the shortstop. It's going to get Carter on first base, and that is exactly what the Lady Tigers needed. I think they needed to see a runner get on, as now we have Raylen Atkinson stepping up here. And she is, let's see, currently batting 175 on the season, so not the best season for her so far. It's been a little bit difficult, although she is left-handed, so that could maybe give her a slight edge here with the right-handed pitcher. I don't know. We'll have to see what happens. But again, Carter over there on first. We could definitely see her steal. She's got a little bit of speed. Atkinson's going to swing at strike 1 there. That was a really good pitch to swing at. Looked like maybe a little bit of a change-up there on the first pitch of the at-bat.
Lincoln, who's number 4, the catcher for Sacred Heart?
Let me check that. I believe it is Raylen Miller.
Okay, because she's been doing a great job of keeping the ball in front of her. We haven't seen a pass ball yet, which will really limit. Oh, there's a grounder.
And they're going to pick up the force out at second, I think.
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
Indeed they are. I was going to say, Hannah looked a little bit hesitant to step off the bag there. So, not going to be counted as a hit there for Atkinson. As it unfortunately led to an out. But 2 outs on the board now. Stepping up for the Lady Tigers looks like Olivia Dennis. Not for sure on that. But yes, what you said about Miller so far keeping the ball in front of her, even on that pitch that they kind of drew up to throw way outside for White. She was able to corral that one as well. First pitch on the way here for Dennis. That one going to be called strike 1.
It's a good pitch right there.
Herod putting on a performance so far at the mound. And not really much to say other than that. And Sacred Heart actually coming off currently a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 game losing streak. As Dennis going to hit a little ground ball there to left field. And going to be misthrown there from the left fielder. It's going to bring Atkinson over, I believe, to third.
Yes, which that'll probably go down as a single,
Yes.
and then the throw led to the base runner.
Being a little bit of an error there, but Olivia Dennis going to make it over to second. So 2 runners now in scoring position, stepping up for the Lady Tigers. Let's see. Looks like we've got Kaylee Ball here.
Yep.
And we're going to see what she can get done. Definitely in good position to get a few runs in here. Anything in the field is exactly what you need. She's going to swing at the first pitch. It's a ground ball to shortstop. Are they going to convert? And yes, they have.
Yes, they have.
They are going to pick up the 3rd out of the inning, and since it was a force out, the run is not going to score there. So, another unfortunate scoreless inning for the Lady Tigers, but got the bats moving a little bit there.
Yeah.
Got runners on, which was the first time either side has done that so far in this game.
Yeah, and we'll see how the narrative of that unfolds. Other narratives I'm interested in, Lincoln. You know, one thing you do an incredible job with your research, and I remember we were here versus Thomas Nelson.
Yes.
And you had their lunch menu. It was tacos, I think, for Friday.
Yes,
beef tacos?
The beef taco, yes.
Yes. And you referenced that you didn't have Sacred Heart's lunch menu, but here's a question. What'd you have for lunch today?
What did I have for lunch today? I'm trying to recall. Yes, I had some Taco Bell. It's a go-to on Breck Live days generally.
Yeah.
It's relatively cheap. I got the Steak Power Menu Bowl. It's a very solid item. It's got some steak. It's got rice, some black beans, guacamole, sour cream. They've also got some lettuce, tomatoes in there. Really solid meal. It's got some nice protein, some very solid nutritional value.
Sure.
And some Cinnabon Delights to go with it, so that's pretty solid.
Okay.
What did you have for lunch today?
Well, mine's not as glamorous. You know those little peanut butter crackers that are orange?
Yes.
With the peanut butter 6-pack of those?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I had for lunch today.
That sounds, honestly, wonderful.
And I'm now going to step away, and Lincoln's going to bring in our mythical, legendary guest that we've been talking about for a little bit momentarily. Hold your horses.
All right. Well, either way, jumping into the top of the 3rd here, the Valkyries still yet to have a hit. Lady Tigers just picked up a couple there in the bottom of the 2nd. But now joining me is my esteemed colleague, the one and only from the baseball diamond, Mr. Cameron Shaw.
Hey, Lincoln, how you doing?
Oh, I'm doing just absolutely fantastic. It's been a defensive masterclass so far from both sides here as the Lady Tigers taking on the Valkyries of Sacred Heart. And trying to think what it was that we were going to comment on. We had a question for you. Yes, it was about the number of no-hitters so far thrown this season in the MLB. Are you aware of that number?
That's an insane number. I mean, they keep happening. I believe it was last night. Another no-hitter was thrown by Yankees. That's insane.
Yeah.
I mean, it's probably because so many baseball guys nowadays in the MLB, they try to hit home runs all the time. And
yeah.
I mean, you just can't always do that. But
it seems like the Lady Tigers maybe have been opting to try and hit some home runs so far early on as Brooke Harrod, who is pitching for the Valkyries, has done a fantastic job throwing some change-ups and some breaking balls in there that have really thrown off the Lady Tigers, especially near the top of the order. Things were looking really slow. Things have started to pick up. White is still doing a fantastic job on the mound here. Currently sitting at a 2-2 count, but has yet to give up a hit for the Valkyries. So, done a very solid job. And then the rest of the Lady Tigers defense has done phenomenally so far. So we are just hoping to keep it up. And going to see how this at-bat goes. Then we might ask some questions about the Fighting Tiger baseball. Either way, going to be fielded nicely there by White, who picks it up, throws her over to ball at first, and it's going to pick up the first out of the inning. So you just came from baseball practice over at Tiger Field. How are things looking?
Looking pretty good. Got a lot of things done today, focused on hitting specifically, working on our offense, getting some mechanics figured out, anything that we've been struggling with recently, and ready to come into tomorrow and Saturday for some big games.
Oh, heck yeah. We look forward to them. Hopefully, I believe we're going to get those done on Breck Live, at least I'm aware of tomorrow.
And that one's popped straight up to center field with the easy out there.
So that one's tracked down by Darian Flood with not much difficulty, going to pick up the second out of the inning. But yes, the rest of the Breck Live action this week should be very exciting, so hopefully that sort of stuff keeps up. I believe the game Saturday going to be at noon, I'm assuming.
I believe so. That
and
is
then
correct.
Is tomorrow senior night?
No, Monday night will be senior night for
Okay.
us. It's Butler County
All
after
right.
school, as that one's going to hit number 25 there.
That
squared around for the bunt. Good thing she pulled back just in time to not get hit in the face.
Yeah, as that was Catherine Grace Silver there, who's batting 176 on the season. However, she's had, let's see, well, she's only been walked twice, but she has 10 stolen bases, so presumably coming in as a courtesy runner several times.
Yeah, pretty good runner there. Definitely be expecting something.
As I believe that's going to end the bottom of the order, so we are right back up to the top of the lineup as Nanciana Cremona coming back up to the plate, as I believe that she grounded out in the top of the first, and she's currently batting .237 on the season, as Lady Tigers defense looking to continue to get things done.
Going for the steal, but no, she is called out. The cannon from Morgan Tabor to get the runner out at second base and close out the top of the third inning. What a remarkable play that was.
So I'm sure not what you wanted if you were the Valkyries after that one. Finally getting a runner on base after an interesting lapse there at the mound for White, who we generally don't see make errors like that pitching, but it ended up being fine thanks to Morgan Tabor's fantastic throw, and then Atkinson doing a great job covering the bag out there, as that throw from all the way from home, thrown with a lot of precision.
Oh, yeah, and on her knees as well. So, I mean, really, really good arm there, able to get there. I mean, that was a perfect throw.
That was exactly what the Lady Tigers needed to keep the defensive streak going here. Looks like, I believe, yes, Harrod is going to stay on the mound. And you may find this to be an interesting number, considering you are also in the Diamond Sports world. So currently on KHSA scoreboard, in 16 games, the Valkyries have had 2 pitchers throw the entire season. One of them, Samantha Anderson, has pitched 8 games. She's thrown 10 innings, 200 pitches with an 8 ERA. And
oh, goodness.
this pitcher, Brooke Harrod, 16 games pitched. On 16 games on the season, she has pitched all 16 of them. She has pitched 80 innings, 8 times as many as their other pitcher. She has thrown 1,225 pitches.
I really don't understand softball.
Yeah.
that you would never see that in baseball because we have specific pitch limits.
Yeah.
And I don't really know the pitch limits for high school softball that well.
I think there's still similar pitch limits. I don't know if their schedule is just distributed in a way that she can keep pitching, but that is just insane to me.
Yeah, so on baseball, it's after 25, you have to have a day of rest, and that's going to be a called strike. I believe Darian was thinking about going for the slap. She's now switching back to her right-handed stance.
So I believe this is indeed the bottom of the order for the Lady Tigers. So that looks like Skylar Henderson over there on deck.
Yeah, I believe that is.
So 0-1 pitch here for Darian Flood.
Defense going to back up now as Darian's going to swing and miss at the high and outside fastball. Sometimes that pitch just looks a little too juicy to be left there, but a lot of times it is a ball.
That one may be a good one to try and slap at. I don't know. I'm no expert on the art of it. She's going to...
And that's going to be a foul ball, I believe.
Okay, I thought she swung and missed at it for a second. I couldn't see very well from the side.
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't think I heard a tap, but I guess it was the bat instead of the glove.
All right, so 0-2 still for Flood here. Pitch on the way. Going to hit that one down the third baseline. Fielded very nicely there by, I believe, that is Presley Moir, who's going to pick that one up and throw over to first.
Yeah, really quick hands there to get that out.
And really just an inconvenient location to have hit that ball because I think anything in between shortstop and third there could have gotten her on base. But unfortunately, right over there to Moir. So either way, Henderson going to step up here as she flew out on the first pitch of the game for the Lady Tigers. So I'm sure looking to make a solid comeback from that. She's going to watch strike one go by. That one looked a little bit high there. I'm not for sure.
A little wide strike zone here in the third inning. But sometimes just going to have to deal with it and adjust accordingly later in the count.
So the 0-1 on the way. And that one going to be a ground ball to first. It's going to be picked up. And that is, I believe, Samantha Anderson. She's just going to step on first. Pretty routine defensive play there as Henderson now 0 for 2 on the day, unfortunately. Stepping back up, though, is now Abby Dupin for the Lady Tigers. Looking to get something started offensively. I mean, we've had runners on, just haven't been able to score anybody yet. And hoping to keep that going. And we, of course, have a deadly part of the order coming up after this, so we're going to see if Dupin can get on here.
That's going to be a shot into the left center gap right over the shortstop's head to find a way on at first base here for the Lady Tigers with 2 outs.
And that's definitely a position you want to be in. You obviously don't want to have 2 outs on the board because that very much limits your scoring capabilities. But either way, I believe we do have Morgan Tabor stepping up here at the 3 spot once again to try and get some runners advancing here after a very solid base hit from Abby Dupin. So let's see what Tabor can get done. I'm sure she's probably got a little bit of adrenaline going after throwing that runner out at second there. And wow.
A line to the third baseman for that easy out.
That was an unfortunate break there.
I won't say easy out. That ball it's pretty hard to track down right off the bat, but nice play there. And that was a good, strong hit by Morgan Tabor. Just unfortunate that hit it right to her.
Mm-hmm. So Moir making a couple really good defensive plays there on that ground ball. And then, of course, the little line drive there to close off the bottom of the third, as it looks like got a little huddle going on here with both teams.
Gonna try to find some energy to...
Yeah, I'm kind of intrigued with the huddle for the Sacred Heart side. I had assumed they would move to the dugout as quickly as possible, either way. We are now going to jump into the top of the fourth. It looks like Ashlynn White is going to stay on the mound. I don't really see a whole lot of reason to take her out. She's done a fantastic job so far. Only hit one batter and has given up no hits so far on the game. So
that's great. That's great.
Looking to continue getting it done. Only throws one warm-up pitch there, I believe. And looks like we are just going to keep things running here. Let's see who we've got up next. I believe it is going to be... I thought Cremona for a second, but I don't think that's correct, is it? Or no, she was at bat when the runner got thrown out at second, so yeah. She's going to step back up here. So that is, again, Nanciana Cremona. Apparently batting .237 on the season. She has 2 RBIs, 2 doubles. She's been walked 10 times, so maybe looking to try and get walked. I'm not sure either way. First pitch on the way. That one called strike 1 there. Looked a little bit high and outside, but...
At least it's being called for both sides.
Yeah, been a consistent call so far at least. Either way, White looking to keep things going. Second pitch on the way.
And just a bit outside on that one.
Yeah, that one definitely looked a little bit outside. Either way, 1-1 count now for White. Looking to continue the streak of strikes being thrown down the middle here.
Now, White definitely has an arsenal of pitches. That's going to be a shot to left field over Dupin's head. Going to go to second as that's going to be a double.
Wow.
For the Valkyries. Leadoff double to start the 4th inning.
That's exactly what they needed if they wanted to get something going offensively here.
Exactly. Now Lady Tigers are going to have to see if they can hold that runner at second or just get some outs around it. Ashlynn White's going to have to be pitching her A game here. And she does have a lot in her arsenal, a lot of different pitches that she can use to get a little crafty with it.
Yeah, like you said, and she's thrown the breaking ball phenomenally, particularly.
Oh, and that's going to be pass ball throw. And
all right. Pretty solid job, though, by I believe that was Darian in center field. Yeah, recovering to get that ball and getting it over to third as quickly as possible.
Not sure if Morgan was... I guess she was trying to throw it to second. She got quite the lead off of there, but second baseman just wasn't ready for it.
Either way, 0-1 count. And like you said, White has a fantastic arsenal of pitches, and I'm sure we will see her continue to throw just about everything she's got in the bag. And like I was saying, on Saturday against Whitesville Trinity, she threw the same breaking ball. It was like a very much dropping curveball. I believe it was 5 pitches in a row. It just outrageous amount of drop on it. As that one going to be a base hit, perhaps. Oh, no, that's going to be an error as Morgan Tabor trying to throw over the ball at first. So that's going to score Cremona, and it's going to be I don't know if it counts as a base hit because I think it was an error.
I'd say that was an error, so it probably won't count as a base hit.
So Kaylin Kendrick Warman there going to make it on over to second, though, and it's going to score a run. So the Lady Tigers, no outs on the board, runner on second, already allowed a run. And this is not the start of the fourth if you wanted, or the start of the fourth that you wanted if you are the Lady Tigers. So they're trying to make a defensive recovery. It looks like they are going to keep Kendrick Warman over there on second. So stepping up now is Casey Johnson with the highest batting average for the Valkyries. So this is not who you want at the plate, especially after giving up a run there on an error.
No, it's not. Gonna have to make a defensive play here, as that's gonna be down low. Good block there by Morgan Tabor.
So first pitch a little bit in the dirt, but again, like you said, very solid stop by Morgan Tabor. She does a fantastic job at the catching position, and does a really good job of keeping the ball in front of her. Doesn't let it get past very often. Either way, the 1-0 on the way. That one, a breaking ball. Looked like it was popped up and pulled pretty hard left.
Hanging up a bit there. Thought it looked a little nicer than it was.
Yeah,
got a little too much under it there. So now it's a 1-1 count.
Johnson maybe should have stayed back on that one a little bit. If she would have, may have dropped down into territory where she could have gotten a better bat on it. Either way, 1-1 pitch on the way now from White. That one going to be fouled off down the first base line.
White's got the advantage here. The 1-2 count. Can't lose her here.
And I would say that Johnson definitely going to be swinging at what it is. And I'd say the odds she makes contact with it are pretty high. I think she fouled off 3 consecutive foul balls on her first at bat before going down to strike 3. She's going to step out of the batter's box, take a little time out here.
Definitely somebody that wants to find a way on base. Very aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta like that as a coach.
So the 1-2 on the way from White. She's going to swing at that one that was in the dirt. Contacts it. Atkinson cannot get to it. Flood's going to just try and make a nice little recovery play, so she's going to throw to Bayman over at second. But single there from Johnson. Going to score in Kendrick Warman. So now a 2-0 game favoring the Valkyries. And this is not what we were expecting for the Lady Tigers, as this Valkyrie squad only 4-12 on the season. And they're coming off an 8-game losing streak. So they are definitely heating up a little bit here in the top of the 4th.
Yeah. Definitely have some energy fired up, and the Lady Tigers going to have to find some energy. That's going to be a rocket to the shortstop.
Wow.
Took an insane hop there.
That's just an unfortunate bounce there. Even a magic bounce, as someone define it.
Yeah, it's just a good thing she was able to stop it. You never know how these fields over here in Breckinridge County Ballpark, you never know how they're going to be bouncy.
They can have some interesting reactions.
They can.
I'm curious to see how that changes on the new fields. But either way, that was Anderson there that got the little base hit. So runners on first and second now.
That's going to be a bunt, but they're going to get the runner out at first, and the other 2 runners will advance to second and third. So
it's a pretty solid, I guess, sacrifice bunt there would be the
good sack bunt there for
Noir there. Yes. As they are going to advance the runners, like you said, to second and third. So they've got them in pretty good position. I'm not for sure who we've got up. I believe it is Master Paulo here, as only 1 out on the board. Again, runners on second and third. So very good scoring position for the Valkyries. That one in the dirt, but stopped by Morgan Tabor. Great work there to make sure she stops that one. So it's going to be 1-0 count now. And I don't know, if you're the Lady Tigers here, you're just looking to get something done defensively. It's definitely been a rough start to the inning. I'm sure that sack bunt is going to be useful to see an out on the board, but that's going to be another ball that's going to slip past Raylen Atkinson there, and that's going to score 2.
And, just dropped it.
They nearly get the out at second, but both Anderson and, let's see, I believe that was also Johnson going to score there. So now 4 runs on the board for the Valkyries, only 1 out on the board for the Lady Tigers defense. And definitely not the start we wanted here.
No, it's not.
In the top of the 4th. As Master Paulo there going to get, guess that would be, a double. And,
Coach and staff for Breckinridge County might be looking to switch pitchers soon, as that
one's going to be
high.
Popped up hard down the third base line. It looks like that one hit the fence, I believe.
I believe so.
Couldn't really tell either way. Hannah Carter was going after it, but not really a lot of territory to keep running towards to catch it. Either way, going to be an 0-1 count now. As I believe we have Brooke Herod. I believe it is number 7, correct? I cannot see very well from over here.
I can't tell either.
Okay. Yeah, we have a little bit of a vision block. And yes, it is Brooke Herod, who is currently pitching for the Valkyries. And we're going to see what she can get done at the plate here. She's done a very solid job at the mound so far.
2-strike count, though. So let's see if Ashlynn White can find an out.
We definitely need one at this point, as that one very high. It's going to be called ball one there. That is a pitch that I think you can allow, though, as long as you know your catcher can get to it. Maybe just one to try and get somebody to swing at full-heartedly. Either way, the 1-2 pitch on the way here for White. That one going to be popped up. Looks like to center, as very solid catch there from Darian Flood, and that's going to hold the runner at second. That is exactly what we wanted there.
It is. Darian sprinting all the way in from center field to almost the infield for that ball.
Thankfully, a lot of athleticism on the outfielders for the Lady Tigers.
Really good at tracking that down. So, Lady Tigers now get 2 outs. And going to try to get this last one to see if they can get some sticks going offensively.
Raylen Miller here at the plate. And she's currently batting .350 on the season, so a little bit intriguing to see her. I believe we're pretty deep into the lineup, right? So
I'd say so.
I believe Cremona is their first batter, and we're coming back around to that shortly.
And Morgan Tabor's going to get that out.
Fantastic play there by Morgan Tabor to chase that one down, as that one had certainly moved a little bit towards first. And nice catch on that foul ball there, and that's a very solid recovery for the Lady Tigers to get out of the top of the fourth there. But that is really unfortunate. They are going to have quite a comeback to make here after giving up 4 in the top of the fourth. So I believe we return here. I believe Morgan Tabor was the last at bat for the Lady Tigers, so I believe Ashlynn White going to step up here. I believe Ashlynn went down swinging at strike 3 in her last at bat, which we don't generally see Ashlynn strike out much. So
yeah, she's definitely one of the Tigers' best hitters, if not the best hitter on the team right now.
Yeah, she actually is averaging .481 going into this game.
Wow.
In 81 at bats, she has 39 hits, 33 RBIs, 6 home runs, and yeah, that's impressive. And I believe she's only struck out 5, so now 6 times this entire season on 81,
that's
81 at bats, only 6 strikeouts. That is just outrageous numbers. Interestingly enough, Hannah Carter actually only has 4 strikeouts so far on the season. So wow,
really?
Those are fantastic batting numbers,
especially for a young player like Hannah Carter is.
Yeah, the batting averages as well for the Lady Tigers are fantastic. As we saw Olivia Dennis, I believe, get a base hit in, I believe it was the bottom of the second. And Olivia currently batting .500 on the season on, 64 at-bats, currently has 32 hits. So that is very solid. As Valkyries looking to continue to get it done defensively, as the Lady Tigers, who generally have a pretty powerhouse offense, have struggled so far in this game, but looking to get something done with the bats. And Ashlynn, certainly somebody you want to see up first, as maybe not having all the momentum on her side after a little bit of an unfortunate defensive inning, but we know she can get on base, so let's see what she's got.
Want to see a big hit from her to get the team fired up and going again.
That is exactly what we would like, as I believe we've got Hannah Carter to follow her here. First pitch on the way. That one, a ground ball between short and third, and that is going to get Ashlynn over to first. That's exactly what we needed. Start things off.
And they're going to bring in a courtesy runner for her.
Let's see who we've got coming in. Is that, I was originally thinking it was Hadley Bayman, but no, it is Delaney Harned coming into courtesy run, I believe. And let's see, she has no attempted stolen bases so far this season, but we know she can move around. She does a great job as a courtesy runner. So first pitch on the way to Carter. That one, a ground ball in the exact same spot as the last one. And that is going to advance Harned over to second. So 2 runners on already here early on.
Broke the defensive shift there, so
gonna see
good start for the Lady Tigers now.
Going to see what Atkinson can get done here. Only 2 pitches thrown so far in this inning and 2 runners on already. So Raylen Atkinson here, who is having a little bit of a struggle so far with at the plate this season, but I'm sure she can get it done. I believe she made contact. I think she just flew out.
Ooh, and tried going down for the bunt, but just went foul.
As that one very close to staying in, it just a little bit too far off that outside part. Maybe kept the bat a little too open there. Either way, going to be strike 1. We know Atkinson can get on base though, and if she does, we know she can move around nicely. As she has 6 stolen bases on the season on 7 attempts, so that's certainly very solid numbers. Either way, the 0-1 pitch on the way here. That one going to be called strike 2. That's a fantastic pitch in there. A little
Yeah.
breaking ball ended up going right down the middle. So now Atkinson looks like switching over to the left-handed batting position. Maybe going to go for a little slap here, as I believe.
It's possible. With 2 strikes, I'm not sure what she's going to do here.
We'll just have to see what happens.
Yeah.
Maybe just attempting to throw off Harrod here, stepping into the left-handed spot. I don't know. We'll see. Either way, the 0-2 on the way. She's going to swing at strike 3 there. That was a really good pitch to swing at. Just didn't quite contact it. So 1 out on the board, but still. Runners on first and second. So definitely opportunity to get something done. And as we said, Dennis batting .500 on the season. Hoping to get something done for the Lady Tigers as my tabs have all fallen apart. However, we're looking just fine here as Olivia. Oh, wow. Line drive straight to Harrod. Whoa. Don't know who's doing the yelling there.
Who's going to go on there?
Yeah, that was interesting. Either way, that's an unfortunate break for Olivia, who
almost got the double play there at second.
Yeah. So that's a very solid defensive stop there for the Valkyries, as I'm sure that is exactly what they needed defensively, getting those runners on first and second. So either way, I believe we now have Ball stepping up here to the plate for the Lady Tigers. She's going to watch strike 1 go by there. That one, another little breaking ball on the low inside corner of the strike zone. So let's see. Yes, I believe this is indeed Kaylee Ball, yes. And she's currently batting .200 on the season on only 10 at-bats. So looking to get some experience here.
And
she's going to pop that one up.
Right to the shortstop.
So, wow. Lady Tigers, again, leaving some runners stranded there. We're going to go into the top of the 5th with a 4-run deficit. So, certainly not the way we would like for things to be going so far. But, getting some runners on base. It seems like we've got some younger players that opting to try and get some experience early on here, as the Valkyries have put on a very solid display so far. Particularly there in the top of the 4th. We're going to see what they can get done in the top of the 5th. I believe they are coming around to the bottom of the order. And I don't know. Not really much to say other than we will have to see what they can get done.
And Ashlynn White, hopefully she's going to come back after that 4th inning and clean up a bit, and hopefully the defense will back her up a little bit better now.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to have to see how the Valkyries have adapted to White's pitching so far. I believe most of them have now gotten 2 at-bats. So once they get around to the top of the order, I'm curious to see if White starts maybe pulling some new tricks out of the bag, maybe changing things up, both metaphorically and literally. So we're going to see what she can get done on the mound here in the top of the 5th. Again, the Lady Tigers sitting here 4-0 deficit. Not at all what we'd like to see, as it looks like, let's see who we've got coming out of the dugout. Looks like Catherine Grace Silver here, as I believe she is indeed the last batter in the order for the Valkyries, as she was the first person to get on base for the Valkyries. She was hit by that pitch there in the top of the 3rd. Looks like she's already setting up to bunt and swung at it.
Not the one to swing at there.
That one a little bit high to swing at either way. Going to be strike 1, so 0-1 count. Looks like the first base coach for the Valkyries laughing at that one a little bit. Getting a little chuckle out of that one, as I believe, is that what we call a butcher boy there?
That is what we call a butcher boy.
All right. That was a phrase we learned the other day. Either way, that pitch called outside, ball 1. So 1-1 count. Going to see if maybe Silver is going to opt to actually attempt a bunt. I'm not for sure. Currently only batting .176 on the season. So we'll have to see what she does here. The 1-1 on the way.
And
that one going to be called strike 2.
Right at the bottom of the strike zone.
That's a really good pitch there by White. That one is a hard one to hit and make good contact with. So we're going to see if she can continue to get it done here.
That's going to be a little 2 outside. So 2-2 count.
Not exactly the area that you want your pitch to be in, but with it being 1-2, you can stand to throw a pitch like that and still get things done. Either way, Silver here looking to get on base. It's going to be a ground ball, third base side, picked up by Hannah Carter. She's going to throw to first. Picks up a nice out there, and that's just a really solid defensive play, as it was another one of those low ones in there that's an easy one to hit a ground ball on. So either way, White looking to get it done back to the top of the order. So we've got Cremona here, back up for the Valkyries. We're going to see what White can continue to work on at the
Nice
mound.
location there on that pitch.
And I think Tabor actually framed that one very well. It looked
I
like
believe so.
maybe a
It
little
looked
bit
like it-
outside.
A little low and outside, but able to get it up there and in the umpire's vision. Couldn't get that one, though.
That one definitely maybe a little bit outside the zone there. So that's going to be called ball one. So 1-1 count, one out on the board. Lady Tigers looking to keep it going defensively after a very solid play there from Hannah Carter to pick up the first out at the top of the fifth. And they are definitely not going to want to give up many more runs if they want to come back in this
No,
one.
they're not.
We've seen what big deficits can do to team morale, and we do not want that to happen here.
Yeah, they have 3 innings to get 4 back on the board at least.
Mm-hmm. Either way, 2-1 count now. After that one, I believe, was a little bit outside. Could not tell. That one.
Trying to work both sides of the strike zone, but just can't get her spot to get located again.
So that one called ball 3. So now 3-1. White at a little bit of a disadvantage here in the count, looking to try and get something done. That one going to find the gap.
Oh!
And
Is that a... Oh, did she drop it?
the umpire had totally blocked my vision, so I couldn't see it at all.
I'm not sure what he's calling it. I guess. Oh wow, Darian must have caught it on the bounce. What a diving play though.
Oh,
Thought
wow.
she had it.
I was saying, I looked over and saw Darian on the ground, so I was, wow.
What a almost a play by Darian Flood there in center field.
So either way, I believe that is going to be a base hit for Cremona there, as we've now got Kendrick Warman stepping
And
back up.
Think about the bunt, as that's going to be stopped by Hannah Carter to get the out. And the second out of the inning. Nice play there by Hannah Carter, sliding, stopping that.
Yeah, that was a fantastic defensive
she
play there.
Almost misjudged that bunt, broke in a little too much.
Mm-hmm. So Cremona going to advance to second, but 2 outs on the board, so Lady Tigers in a pretty solid position here defensively if they want to try and get something done as Casey Johnson steps back up after getting a base hit there on that pitch in the dirt in the top of the 4th. So going to see what she can get done here. That one going to be called ball 1. Pretty well outside there, as Tabor still, as always, doing a great job keeping the ball in front of her. So the 1-0 on the way here for White. That one a little bit in the dirt.
2-0 count now. Hitters count here.
As Cremona, as you may expect from a leadoff batter, taking a pretty significant lead over there off second.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised to see a Morgan Tabor throwdown, as that's going to be
Ground
chopped
ball.
to second and flip there for the final out of the top of the 5th. So Lady Tigers going to have to get something going offensively here if they want to come out with a win.
Mm-hmm. And I believe we are now sitting at what would be the 7th spot in the batting order, if I'm not mistaken, as I believe Dennis is playing the 6th spot. She's right after Carter and White. So I believe, yes, she was our 6th position. So I believe we were at 7, 8, 9 batters, just looking to get on base. Not really much to say other than that. And again, some of these younger players just looking to get some experience as they're going to be here in following years. And again, we are missing a couple veteran players in Hannah Ratajkowski and Chloe Peterson. So going to see what the Lady Tigers bats can get done here in the bottom of the 5th. That's again sitting here at the 4-run deficit. Not exactly the position you want to be in the bottom of the 5th, but this always does open the realm of clutch plays. So going to have to be some clutch ones if they want to get this one done, and they made some very solid defensive plays there in the top of the 5th. Definitely cannot deny that they did a solid job there, as we've still got, I believe that is going to be Herod still on the mound, yes. And she's done a great job so far. She has a very interesting, I guess it would be wind up to her pitching motion. You can see she kind of like ducks down and then gets moving into the motion.
So Darian Flood's going to be leading us off here.
So let's see if Darian can get on base. We know we've seen her do the so-called slap many times so far this season.
You see the third baseman and the first baseman squeezing in a little bit, so might be expecting a bunt here.
Yeah, they are.
As she is, and oh, look at the speed.
Oh my goodness, that was a fantastic bunt. As first baseman kind of stepped away from it. I mean, you'd think Cremona over there at second would be coming back to cover the bag, and they'd maybe just be able to flip it on over there to first and get the out. But a really solid bunt there by Darian Flood to make it to first there. So we were just joined there by for a moment by Mr. Bennett. And let's see, who do we have up now? I cannot.
Skylar Henderson is up.
Okay.
Now.
Interesting. And Skylar was batting at the first spot. All right. Either way.
As Darian Flood's going to go for the steal, and she's going to make it there easily. So now we have a runner in scoring position for the top of our lineup, unless the lineup's been changed.
Yeah, I could have sworn that Darian was batting in our 7th spot, but I don't know. We'll see. Either way.
Oh, and
Henderson going to foul that one off. I don't know. I don't feel like I'm mistaken on what our batting order was, but maybe I have no idea what's going on. Because I thought Dennis was our last out in the bottom of the 4th. But I don't know. Now, I guess you guys can rewind and tell me if I'm wrong or not. But either way, Henderson fouls that one off. And she's going to watch ball 2 there. Darian Flood currently has 3 stolen bases on 6 attempts. So now that is going to make 4 on 7 attempts. That's a really solid steal there. She made it with plenty of time, I think. So a little bit surprising, given the statistic, as that one called strike 2 there.
Yes, I believe so. Watch that one go. So it's now 2-2 count.
All right, and Henderson, who's had some struggles at the plate so far this game, generally someone we expect to get on base the majority of the time. But we'll see what she can get done with this 2-2 count with Flood over there on second. Pitch on the way. That one going to be a ground ball.
And
shortstop can't
Darian
pick it up.
Flood's going to score here to get the first, and Skylar Henderson's going to move her way to second base. As nice hit there for Skylar Henderson to get the go-ahead runner and get on the board.
That is really solid there. As looks like Henderson's going to hand the gloves off there to the first base coach, and Abby Dupin steps up.
And
Lady
Tigers are hitting now still with no outs, so that is a very good scenario for them.
So either I have absolutely lost my mind, or we are hitting with 7 batters, but I don't know. I'm not sure. Like, I don't know what I'm missing here. Either way, Abby Dupin stepping up. I believe she's batting in the 2 spot so far. I may do some verbalization of the batting order here in between the innings just to see what I may have missed. But either way, Herod now giving up her first run of the game to the Lady Tigers, and definitely looking to keep the bats going and back to the top of the order now. So looking to see what we can get as Abby Dupin stepping up here. I believe she got a base hit on her last at bat, so looking to maybe replicate that once again with Henderson out there on second. Still a 3-run deficit, but they are definitely not out of this ball game yet, as Dupin looks to lay down the bunt there and couldn't quite get the bat to it. So now an 0-1 count. And I'm sure if Dupin is able to bunt one into the right position, she could definitely make it to first with time to spare.
That is very true.
And a lot of that just has to do with the art of it. And it looks like the first and third base players are very close up, as that one going to be a ground ball, going to get right past the shortstop once again.
Score again.
Yep, Henderson going to come in to score, and that is exactly what we needed. Lady Tigers now with 1 runner on, a 2-run deficit, no outs on the board, and things are looking really solid for the offense here as Morgan Tabor now steps up, and we know she could definitely go deep, or we know she can certainly get on base. She's currently batting, I believe, 463 on the season so far. We're going to see what she can get done with this at bat, as that one a little bit in the dirt there, but corralled pretty nicely by Raylen Miller there. So Tabor now with a little bit of a lead in the count here. 1-0 pitch coming from Herod. We're going to see what she can get done. And that one, a line drive to center, but it's caught. Wow, that is an unfortunate break for the Lady Tigers, because that ball was massacred. That may have hit the fence on the fly, and it maybe went 7-8 feet in the air. I mean, it was not hit high, but that thing was moving.
That was just a shot.
That's a really solid defensive play there. I believe that is number 12 for the Valkyries. That is Kendrick Warman there. So now White steps up. Unfortunately, now 1 out on the board. She's going to take a cut at one there.
And that's going to be an easy stolen base there
for Abby Dupin.
So another runner in scoring position for Ashlynn White, one of the best hitters here on this team.
And one gone here would tie things up if you were to maybe put one over there by Mr. Cox in the outfield. But we'll have to see what happens.
As that's going to be low again, so 1-1 count here.
Abby Dupin certainly not taking what could be considered an insignificant lead off
Yeah.
second. Again, we've seen that several times this game. It seems like
Yeah, the bigger the lead in the next ground ball, you might just be able to score.
that is very true, yes. As the 1-1 on the
and that
way.
one is
Wow.
shot to left field. And that's going over her head.
Oh,
Misread
wow.
that. And they're going to send her. She's going home, and
Yep.
she is up easy.
Dupin makes it with plenty of time to spare, and that's going to be a double for White. That's going to score one. Makes it a one-run deficit for the Lady Tigers. And
We've seen both left fielders misjudge the ball a lot now. Twice now.
both of them went over the heads, I
Yeah.
believe, of the left fielders.
So
I think it
I-
could be because of this wind pattern. It's been interesting.
It's possible. I don't know if there's something in their way that they're just like misreading from the
Mhm.
ball, but that's a pattern that I've seen now, back to back, and not sure what's happening there. Or just completely just misreading the ball off the bat.
As I believe it's going to be thought Hadley Bayman stepping in to courtesy run. Or nope, it is Delaney Harned stepping in to courtesy run there for Ashlynn White after a very solid double. Hannah
Yeah.
Carter steps up. She's going to foul off strike one. And you already watched a ball go by there for her.
It's 1-1-1 on the board.
Indeed.
Lady Tigers only with one out here, so they can still get some more runs going.
I don't know if you saw, but White took a pretty unorthodox cut at the ball, like way over her head.
It was incredibly high.
Yeah.
Oh, and that's going to be called strike inside.
Yeah, that was an interesting call there.
I can't really see the full plate from where I'm sitting.
No,
the
it
umpires kind of.
did not look like Carter had a lot of room to swing at that
No.
ball, but 1-2 count on the way for her.
And that's going to be right up the middle. Oh,
It's
and they're
gonna
going to
be
stop
a
it.
Ground ball there.
And
Looks like Harned's going to make her way on over to third. Not
Ooh.
a lot of time to spare, but did make it in the end.
little
So,
risky there. Didn't slide.
yeah, that was just a nice little jog on over to
Yeah.
third there.
all we need here from Atkinson is just a nice little base hit. Score
Anything in the
runner.
field. Anything in the field.
field. Nothing in the air.
So let's see what she can get done. Again, only sitting at a one-run deficit now. 2 outs on the board,
And-
though. Ground ball to second
Oh, and that's going
base.
to be an error.
It's going to be an error.
And
It's
that's
dropped.
going to be
Wow.
detrimental for the Valkyries, as it is now tie ball game 4-4 here in the bottom of the 5th inning.
Wow, that mental lapse from Cremona there, that could cost them this ball game. Like, I don't want to make any definitive predictions, but wow. That is not what they wanted to see, particularly having a lead going into that play.
Yep.
And the Valkyrie defense has been fantastic so far, so kind of making some errors here. And it's definitely cost them on the defensive side, and it has now cut their lead to non-existent. As Dennis there going to watch ball one go by outside. Looking to get something done at the plate. She's going to foul off strike one there. Thought that one may have crept to the rookie league field, but fortunately caught by the net before it could harm any bystanders. Either way, 1-1 count now for Dennis, who, let's see, I believe had a flyout on her last at bat. Either way.
And that's going to be fouled third baseline.
So 1-2 pitch now on the way as Herod now looking to make her way out of an unfortunate inning of defense. And I feel like Herod's done a pretty decent job still pitching.
Yeah. Just not getting the defense to back her up, and Perkins County offense just finding the right gaps. She's going to keep battling here on the 1-2 count.
As
Anything close, fouling it off.
Dennis certainly showing some persistence here, and the 500 batting average coming into this certainly a good indicator of her ability to be persistent at the plate. Fighting off 2 strike counts as
And she's almost in a little bit of trouble.
yeah, Atkinson there
Getting a little bit risky.
taking
But,
not even so much a lead as just
yeah,
standing halfway
but
between first and second.
As small as this field is, though, if she were to throw it to first base, you would have easily had second.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to be a shot to right field.
Is it going to be caught? It
And
is.
it is.
Wow. That is a really solid defensive play there.
Outfield shifted all the way to the left, and just about cost them that.
Mm-hmm.
But amazing effort there by the right fielder to track that ball down.
I believe that was Silver there, the ninth batter in the order for the Valkyries. Now, I didn't quite get to see the batting order for the Lady Tigers come all the way around because Dennis...
Yeah, I believe Natalie Hockenberry
Natalie
was about
Hockenberry.
to come up to bat now.
Really?
Yes.
Okay, because she has not batted in this game yet.
Okay.
So-
I see they're changing the lineup around, trying to get something going.
Yeah. Because the original lineup started off, it was Skylar and then Abby, and then Morgan, Ashlynn, Hannah, and then I believe
this last time we had Skylar, Hannah possibly.
I'm not sure. Either way, we're going to see what happens with the developments in the batting
Either way,
order.
it's now a tie ball game.
It's now a tie ball game. That's
in the top of the 6th inning.
That's the significant figure. It's now 4-4 in the top of the 6th. So the Valkyries looking to get something done on the offensive side once again. As the Sacred Heart coach here, looks like the third base coach kind of making his way on over there, as it looks like Lady Tigers not taking too long with their defensive warm-up, as White has done a very solid job pitching so far. Not a whole lot of reason to throw more pitches than she has to. Either way, first pitch on the way. That one called strike one there. As Anderson going to watch that one go by. That's a really solid pitch there from Ashlynn, who we've seen do a fantastic job all season long of throwing that. And that one, just the exact same pitch. I mean, just carbon copy of the first pitch she threw. So called strike two there.
Great placement here, and let's see if she can finish her off.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see that massive breaking ball come in, and that was the pitch right there. That one just dropped out of the sky. Unfortunately, it dropped into the dirt, but going to be called ball one there, so 1-2 count now for Anderson.
Valkyrie's going to try to get something going again, as that's going to be skied into left.
Looks like it's going to go foul, and
Ooh.
wow. Racing over to get that one. Could not quite catch it, but...
a little closer than I thought she was going to be.
See, I'm not actually sure who we've got over there. Is that Abby Dupin, I believe?
I believe that is.
All right. Either way, certainly went after that one. As 1-2 pitch still after a very heavily fouled off ball there. Either way, White looking to pick up and out. That one in the dirt about halfway to the plate, so that's going to be called ball two there. If one of those gets called a strike, I'm sure there will be a bit of question over the ethics of the umpire, but we'll have to see how things progress here as White now throwing a 2-2 pitch to Anderson. That one a little bit in the dirt as well, but Tabor has done a very solid job.
Don't want Ashlynn White to lose this batter after she got up 0-2 on it.
Yeah, that would be
unfortunate.
unfortunate.
One thing that cannot happen is a walk.
Mm-hmm. That would definitely be the opposite of what we would want to see with this first batter here.
As found it off here.
Anderson hit it, and it almost seemed like she knew it went foul, and then she kind of ran and then just came back. I don't know. I thought that was really funny. Either way, still full count here as White looking to pick up the first out in the top of the 6th. As the Lady Tigers going to try and keep the bats rolling after that. That one going to be fouled off pretty hard to the left there. She was a little behind on that one. And that's another thing about White. She can really change up the velocity with her pitches. You can see that breaking ball coming in there really slow, and then all of a sudden throwing a fastball in there. That can definitely throw batters off quickly.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So full count pitch on the way. That one going to be a ground ball. White's going to pick it up after it takes a little bit of an interesting bounce. Throws it on over to ball at first. That is going to pick up first out of the top of the 6th. And that was a very solid defensive play there.
So one out here for the Valkyries. Going to try to get something going here. The Lady Tigers have all the momentum coming out of that 5th inning.
Mm-hmm. And that's one of the interesting things about Ashlynn is she doesn't have a lot of strikeouts on the season. She really is almost more of like a ground ball pitcher.
Yeah.
And she does it very well. Some of those...
that's somebody that can really trust her defense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Lady Tigers defense does do a fantastic job in the infield of making good stops. So, going to be called ball one there. As, let's see, I believe...
That's going to be a called strike.
We've got Presley Moore up there. She's going to watch strike one there. So we've got another 1-1-1 situation on the board. Going to see if the Lady Tigers can continue to get it done defensively here. Presley Moore, who I believe attempted to lay down a bunt in her last at-bat in an attempt to get runners to second and third, which did work. It was a nice sac bunt there, I believe. So now 1-2 count. White getting ahead once again here. This, I'm sure, would not be a bad situation to strike one out, but we will have to see.
Definitely would not be. Oh,
As
not enough velocity on that one to get it there.
Just died a little bit too early there. Lifted a little bit short of her desired location, but 2-2 count now. I can imagine as a batter watching one of those come in, you're kind of like, should I even think about swinging at this?
Oh, and that's going to be a shot to right field, and I think it's going to be a fair ball. It is.
Wow. That, I think, literally hit the line.
And
I don't think that could have been any closer to being foul.
And just went right over.
Yeah.
As a batter, you love it because after such a long AB, you finally get on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it may not be the hit you wanted, but defensively, it's like, oh my gosh.
It's like, man, we pitched our way ahead 2 consecutive counts.
We're playing where we're supposed to be. We played how we're supposed to be, and then they just get that.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing you can do with it.
Yeah.
So, not sure what the coach is talking about here. I guess courtesy runner. Yep.
Looks like it, yes.
Pinch runner, courtesy runner.
As Isabella Abney is going to come on now to pinch run for Moir there. She currently has 6 stolen bases on 8 attempts.
And Coach Hockenberry now.
I'm actually a little bit intrigued by that play to make the courtesy runner swap there, as Moir has the second most stolen bases of any player for the Valkyries. 14 for 14 stolen bases on attempts.
They're getting some fans out of the way in the open gate.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Sure, they would prefer if they weren't on the field.
I believe that was the fans that were actually right near us.
Yeah, that was, I think, the person who yelled on that line drive. And yep, we're just gonna keep on trucking along here. 1 out on the board, runner on first. Nice pitch there by White. A little bit that outside pitch with some velocity there. Going to be called strike 1. So let's see. I'm not for sure who we've got up to bat here for the Valkyries here. Second pitch on the way. Going to be swing and a miss, strike 2. And that is Stella Mastropalo. It's now 0-2 count. 1 out on the board. White still doing a fantastic job on the mound here, looking to continue to get it done.
Ooh, just a tad bit low.
Yeah, I thought that might have been strike 3 for a second there. As White has now pitched her way ahead very well these last 3 at-bats.
Yeah.
The other one ended up being a full count. That one, of course, was a 1-2 fly ball that just dropped right on the foul line, and then currently sitting 1-2 here as...
and swing and miss, but she's out anyway because the runner was not gone. So it's going to be 2 outs here.
Yep. So pretty nice heads up there to run on the swing and a miss dropped pitch, but not exactly for Abney over there on first. Don't think she was ready to take off on that one. Either way, 2 outs now on the board for the Lady Tigers, which is certainly what they wanted. Runner on first, so force out still at second, which is really solid for them defensively. Is that one
tanked?
That ball was murdered. Oh goodness. Let's see who hit that one. I believe that
is Flood, the pitcher.
Or yeah, that is Herod.
Or Herod, apologies.
Yeah, Herod murdered that ball. So both pitchers for both teams have shown that they've got some power on the bats. Either way. 0-1 pitch now, as I'm sure White trying to hone one in here. That one, very high ball one. Well over the head there of Herod. Not really much reason to even think about swinging at that one. Either way, 1-1 count, 2 outs on the board. Looking to throw a strike here and then hopefully finish things off defensively. And then try and get the bats going once again. Ground ball fouled down the third baseline. So now 1-2 count. Lady Tigers, a crazy breaking ball strike 3 here would be pretty nice, or just a ground ball routine out would be fantastic as well. But we will have to see what Ashlynn White's got in store for us at the mound we will also have to see what Brooke Harrod's got in store for us at the plate. As the Valkyries fallen back to now a tie ball game. Lady Tigers looking to reclaim the lead in their next at-bats, as they've only got 2 more. The Valkyries only with 1 more, unless, of course, it remains a tie game, in which case extra innings would be a fun extravaganza, I'm sure. Would be a very interesting time. Either way, 1-2 count here for White. Oh, wow.
What a nice
that
pitch
was the pitch
was.
right there. That one just dropped out of the sky right into the strike zone. Called strike
Finally
3.
was able to get just enough
Yep.
power behind it to get it to the plate, and ooh, what a pitch.
I'm sure any ball with that much spin on it has to be very hard to both catch with the proper amount of spin off the hand and then have it still have the velocity to get to the plate. But that's a really good defensive inning by the Lady Tigers, only giving up 1 hit there, and it was just, I mean, there's nothing you could do about that hit. I mean, it's just a little pop fly to the exact spot that you just can't field one in. And, not really much you can do there, but Lady Tigers looking to get the bats rolling now. As let's see who we've got coming up. I believe you did say
Natalie,
it was Hockenberry, yes? And, yeah, that's, I think, correct. As I'm not really sure on the rules for changing the batting order around. I'm sure they're not particularly stringent given what we're seeing so far in this game.
Whoever was in is probably not going to be coming back into the game again. They're done for the day, I imagine.
Although,
I'm not sure. Softball, they tend to switch them around quite a lot.
I'm trying to think of what team we had played where they switched out their pitcher and then brought them back in the same game. I cannot remember what team that was. I'll try and look at the schedule for the Lady Tigers and see if that helps to remind me. Let's see. I believe it may have been Hancock County, yes. Let me try and remember who the pitcher was that they had swapped out and then brought back in. Hold on just a moment while I try and figure that out. And then I'll try and bring that information back into this one. Let's see. The Hancock County roster so far for the season. It may have been McFarling, but I'm not for sure on that. Or no, it was Lily Roberts. I'm almost certain it was Lily Roberts, I think. But either way, that information is no longer of any real substance to us. Either way, Lady Tigers now with Natalie Hockenberry at the plate here. Currently batting .342 on the season, looking to get something going as the Lady Tigers have the opportunity to take a lead here in the bottom of the 6th. That one going to be called an outside ball 1. Very solid eye there by Hockenberry to watch that one. And she's currently got 13 hits on 38 at-bats, so not bad at all so far on the season. She has 10 RBIs. And, not really much else to say than that. Is going to swing there at strike 1. And a base hit here would be absolutely fantastic for the Lady Tigers. Just looking to get some sort of momentum going offensively here. The 1-1 pitch on the way from Herod.
Whoa.
Nearly hit her there. A little bit inside. It's now 2-1 count. Hockenberry, very solid eye to watch that one go by. It looks like we're going to have Darian Flood jumping in as our next batter for the Lady Tigers. But first, we have to see what Hockenberry gets done here. She's going to swing at that one.
Shot.
That's murdered deep into the outfield.
Right to the bottom of the fence. She's going too. Oh, it's going to be a close play.
And she's made it.
She's there.
Wow.
What a shot to right center field.
That was hit hard.
That was hit very hard. That came flying off the bat.
It didn't even look like she swung that hard.
No,
I just think she hit it in just the sweet spot.
That was a very good two-strike approach there by Hockenberry. And now we have
Darian Flood stepping up
Darian
here.
Flood.
Yes.
Stepping in.
And then
she got things going last time.
Looks like Henderson's going to come back again after that. Yep. So interesting enough, as we see Herod now in a little bit of a pressure position with the scoreboard all tied up, runner in scoring position. Ooh. Flood going to swing at one there and fouls it off, but, I mean, was able to get very good timing on that one, just a little bit over it. But a ground ball here wouldn't exactly be the worst thing ever, as would probably result in a situation where Hockenberry able to make it to third. Either way, the 0-1 on the way. Flood going to foul that one off. Maybe a little bit behind on that one, but 0-2 count now. That's a couple pretty solid pitches there from Herod. Again, Hockenberry over there on second, and I'm sure the Lady Tigers are thinking, we've got the go-ahead run on base. Just got to bring her around now. Either way, 0-2.
Oh, and that's a shot to left field.
Oh,
and that's gonna
nice
be down.
ball there from Darian Flood. That is going to bring Hockenberry around to third. She's going to stay there. She really did not have a lot of time to try and run. She wasn't taking a big lead or anything, but now 2 runners on. Darian's going to make it to second off that, I'm assuming, error. It looked like they tried to throw it into the shortstop and leaked over her
to
head
the
there.
shortstop, and nobody went for it to back her up. So a couple costly errors might be hurtful to Sacred Heart here.
But
I saw
Henderson,
the error by the second baseman earlier cost them the lead.
as Henderson now stepping up here, and coach from Sacred Heart coming out about 1 second before the pitch was thrown to call timeout. But
fuming.
we are gonna have to see what happens here. It has been an unfortunate fall part here, as looks like the veins throbbing for the situation here that they have found themselves in as runners on second and third now with Henderson up to bat, who I believe is currently in the leadoff position. I don't really know what to call it at this point since it's been changed around. I'm assuming leadoff would still be the proper terminology. I'm assuming she's still at the first spot.
Unless,
I don't know. Either way, we're gonna have to see what happens. Henderson here, who I don't believe has made it on base so far in this game, and she's a very high percentage hitter. So
I believe she did last at bat actually.
You're right. My apologies on that one. Either way, 4-4 game.
She made it to second, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So 4-4 ball game. Henderson steps up and
they're gonna intentionally walk Henderson. Okay.
All right, base is now loaded, and I believe it's Abby Dupin going to step up here. No outs on the board. Base is loaded. We do not want a double play turn. That is the one thing we don't want.
Yeah.
We just
Dupin's up to bat here with Morgan Tabor on deck, and with a possible bases loaded scenario for her.
Yeah, that would be definitely a place we want to be in.
That's going to be high. Skylar Henderson needs to be a little bit more careful with so we don't get a back pick at first base, because she's not going to be going to second.
Yeah, that would be less than ideal, certainly, given she's not exactly in a position to be trying to steal a base here with, runners on second and third. Either way, Dupin going to foul that one off there. As I'm assuming what Henderson's thinking is get as far away from the bag as you can in case one's hit deep here so you can move around at least a little bit. But either way, runners in front of you don't really have a ton of room to advance. But either way, 1-1 pitch on the way for Dupin, and she made decent contact with that one. If she's able to get one of those in the field, that would be fantastic.
Well, it'd be good here. Probably a deep fly out to get the sacrifice fly run in.
Mm-hmm.
Ground ball, not sure how much that'd do. Defense playing in, they're probably going to shoot home.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you definitely want one in the outfield here. And I think one in the outfield, even if it's caught, it's definitely going to score one from Hockenberry. As I'm sure they're telling her to make sure to tag up. It's going to be a ground ball there. They're going to get the force out at home. Bases will stay loaded, though.
For Morgan Tabor. She's been unfortunate today, hitting a couple line drives just right to fielders.
A couple, fantastic contact, too. Morgan is a great batter as far as contact is concerned. She's a really solid job.
Obviously, we know what she's wanting to do right here.
Yeah.
That's send one over the fence.
She's thinking bomb, I would say. But, again, anything in the field is probably going to score one as long as you are not pretty much right in the infield. Honestly, anything over the head of the infield is where you want to be right now. As long as it is in the outfield.
Unless you can find a gap with the ground ball, but where they're playing, it's going to be hard to. They're able to cover the field pretty well.
It's a tough place with everybody kind of moved up where they
that's
are.
That's going to do it.
Oh, wow. Right there in the gap, and it's going to –
they're going to keep Henderson at third.
That's a solid play call there to keep Henderson at third. But the go-ahead run comes in, Darian Flood, as that's going to have bases loaded once again, as we've now got Ashlynn White stepping up, another very good contact hitter who could put one in the outfield, as we just saw Morgan Tabor put one in the gap there with the ground ball, and that is the best place you could have hit one other than over the fence. So either way, here we go. White here.
And that's going to...
Little line drive to center.
What a catch.
Left field over there. That one's caught. Wow. Little diving catch there.
I believe Henderson did the right thing there. She kind of went out. You wouldn't be able to tag on that play. She's came in that, but wow, what a catch there by the left fielder.
That is unfortunate.
Yeah, so Hannah Carter, the young player coming up here, going to try to get some clutch moment for her.
Again, currently batting .436 on the season, and this is another batter this game who's had some struggles with just hitting like line drives that keep getting caught. It's been pretty unfortunate, but either way, 2 outs here. Carter going to be popped up in the infield. Is it caught, though? And it is not.
It's not.
So that is going to score Henderson. And it was right between second, short, and the pitcher. All of them all kind of came in.
That probably should have been the pitcher's ball.
That was what it looked like.
But I'm not sure what happened. A little miscommunication and an error there.
Either way.
I assume they're going to mark that down as an error. But
I would guess so. But either way, that is going to score Henderson. So now Lady Tigers take a 2-run lead as Atkinson steps up here with 2 outs on the board. That's a fantastic ball there from Hannah Carter. Ground ball to the pitcher. It's going to hit her foot, bounce off in an obscure direction.
Owen.
All right. So that's going to score another one there as Dupin comes in. So now a 3-run lead for the Lady Tigers. And let's see. I believe that's Morgan Tabor who dove back to third there. But
nothing's just going the Valkyries' way right now.
As you saw, I mean, Herod in good position to field that one. It just hit her foot and bounced over towards first base. But
as that's going to be
Dennis going to pop that one up. Looks like that one's probably going to be caught. And yes, it is. So that's going to end the inning with bases loaded. My goodness.
Finally able to get out of that.
Wow. The Lady Tigers picking up 3 runs there. And that is exactly what they needed. As now the Valkyries, one last at bat to try and get it done here. Going into the top of the 7th. And we're going to see where they are in the order. I'm not actually for sure on who their last batter was. I think they may be nearing the bottom, but I'm not 100% for sure on that. Either way, we will be finding out here shortly. Let's see who the Lady Tigers bring out here on the defensive end. Looks like they've got a nice little team huddle going here. Looks like everybody coming on their merry way out, and it looks like, indeed, we are going to see Ashlynn White try and finish this one off, and not a whole lot of reason for her not to. She's had 1 inning that was unfortunate, and other than that, I feel like she's pitched just a phenomenal game, as she's done for the vast majority of the season. And, not really much to say other than that. Probably going to step in here, maybe only throw 1 or 2 warm-up pitches. I'm sure it's going to take a little bit for Tabor to come back out as she was over there on third in the into the bottom of the 6th there. But top of the 7th now, White going to take the mound once more. Tabor sitting here behind the plate, and just 1 warm-up pitch. Not a whole lot of reason to make it excessive. We're going to see what they can get done here on the defensive side, as stepping up to the plate for the Valkyries is Raylen Miller. And they are going to have to get something going, as I believe Silver up next, which means they are currently at the 8th position in their batting order. So the Lady Tigers, just a few more solid defensive plays, and we could see the end of this ball game here. So let's see what White's got in the tank here. Going to have to start maybe getting an advantage off on this first batter. First pitch on the way.
And that's going to be called strike just at the top of the strike zone. Nice pitch there to get ahead on this batter.
And White does a great job at finding the corner of the strike zone. I mean, if she places one where she wants to, it's going to be a hard ball to hit, but the vast majority of the time going to be a strike if she puts it where she wants to.
There it is again. Nice framework there by Morgan Tabor.
Like that one I thought was way outside.
I believe that one was a bit outside in what he has been normally calling a ball, but Morgan Tabor with a nice frame in there. As that's going to be a foul ball ripped down the left line.
Hannah Carter was definitely in a position to stop that ball had it been contacted in a decent position. Looks like they are shifted a little bit to the left here. Or, no, it looks like we've just got a pretty big gap between second and short right now. So, definitely don't want to give up a hit there, but I think White is in position to field one, if anything.
Nice little pitch there. Didn't get her chasing, though.
Either way, that one's going to be called ball 1. Looked like maybe a little breaking ball there to the bottom outside corner. Top of the 7th. 2 strikes here, so Miller looking to get something done. The 1-2 on the way. And she's going to swing at strike 3. Nice pitching performance there by White for the first at bat of the 7th. And looking to keep it going here, as Silver so far has only reached base on being hit by a pitch. So looking to maybe strike her out here, I'm sure is likely the play you want to make. So White, looking to keep it going at the mound, has again done a great job so far in this ball game. Just trying not to give up this 3-run lead. I'm sure she can get it done. That one just a little bit outside there. We called ball 1. As next up in the order, we've got Cremona coming up. As she's had a pretty solid game at the plate. Had one unfortunate error fielding over there at second. That ended up costing the Valkyries the lead. Either way, 1-0 pitch on the way. That one called strike 1, and that is a fantastic pitch there just on the inside edge. So 1-1 count now with an out on the board. As White looking to pick up another out here. And I'm sure it is not out of the question.
Nice little spin on that one.
That one called strike 2 there.
Didn't even have much movement. Just the spin on it in general would have been confusing.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure that's got to throw you off as a batter. Like being able to see the ball visibly spinning in an interesting direction. And I'm also sure that's got to change the direction of it off the bat at least a little bit. As that one going to be called ball 2. That one a little bit too far outside the frame as Tabor had to dive for it a little bit, but you can throw that pitch whenever when you no runners on, 1-2 count, not the worst thing ever. So 2-2 now as Silver up to bat here.
And now it's 3-2 count. Don't want to lose her.
I thought that may have been a strike there. I couldn't really tell.
Yeah, it was a little bit low.
Okay.
Morgan Tabor stayed down on it a little bit more instead of coming up. It might have been called a strike.
Mm-hmm. Either way, full count now. 1 out on the board. And that one going to be a ground ball to first. She's got to pick it up, but nope. It's going to just roll foul there.
That one jammed her a bit inside.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure had the ball been able to get to that one before it went out of play, definitely would have been an out there. As could have just tagged her coming down the baseline. I mean, It was right there on it. So either way, Silver here looking to get on base for the Valkyries. The 3-2 on the 3-2 on the way. Swing and a miss, strike 3.
So back-to-back strikeouts for White here.
And that is a start you want.
They're 1 out away from this senior night dub.
And I'm sure they will be absolutely ecstatic if they are to pick up a win here.
Even though they are without their senior on the field.
Yes. And so let's see, I believe there's actually a softball game tomorrow at Owensboro at 5:30. So we will not be doing that on Breck Live. You may be able to catch it on Facebook Live, but I don't know. Either way, there is
we
baseball
do have a baseball
tomorrow.
game tomorrow.
And time and who will we be playing?
5:30, I believe, in Edmonson County.
All right. And did you guys play Edmonton already this week?
We played them earlier in the season. As that's going to be skied up to left field and caught for the final out.
Nice finish there by Abby Dupin. So the Lady Tigers get the 7-4 win. And that's exactly what we wanted. Maybe we got a little bit scary there, taking the 4-0 deficit, but a very solid comeback. We saw a lot of young faces out there for the Lady Tigers who got a lot of, I guess, good minutes. It's probably the best way to phrase it. Some very solid at-bats for them. And, I mean, they got it done. The defense was fantastic.
Yeah.
There was one inning where we just had a few flaws.
The fourth inning.
Yeah, the fourth.
A little bit of a blunder inning. And then the fifth inning for Sacred Heart was their blunder inning.
Mm-hmm.
And where they had a couple costly errors that ended up giving Breckinridge County the lead.
Yep. Either way, Lady Tigers come out with a 7-4 victory. We will be back on Breck Live tomorrow with some fun action. The Fighting Tigers going to be taking on Edmonson County at 5:30. That will, again, likely be tape delayed. So you can expect that sometime a little bit after dinner, if I had to guess. Either way, should be, I believe, me and Skylar on the call. So should be able to get that one going. Should be an exciting one. You guys looking forward to getting a big win tomorrow?
Oh, yeah, we are. We beat Edmonton earlier in the year, about the, I believe it was the first week of play.
Mm-hmm.
And, yeah, we're looking to hope to get a little bit better win, play a little bit better than we did last time we played them.
Mm-hmm. So congratulations for the Lady Tigers on a big senior night win. I'm sure they're very excited about that. And the baseball senior night, Monday, so that should be a fun one. Hopefully you all enjoyed this broadcast. Lady Tigers take it 7-4 over the Valkyries of Sacred Heart High School. I am Lincoln Smith here with Cameron Shaw. Thank you all for tuning in. Everyone have a great night, and Thank you for joining.